Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of KT Comics. On this episode, I get to show you my Holy Grail book. I finally got it. I've been looking for this book for a very, very long time, and I finally can say it's in my collection. I'm super stoked for it, but before we get into that, I wanted to take a moment just to apologize for the delay in videos. Recently, things in my personal life have come up and I had to focus on that, but we're back on track now. Everything is great and I'm just moving forward. So once again, I wanted to say thank you very much for your patience and let's get into this episode. Alright, so recently I have finally got my Holy Grail book, the one I've been looking for a very long time, and for one reason or another, this book I've had a chance to get a couple times, but unfortunately has slipped through the cracks, or I haven't been able to pull the trigger. But finally, I can say it's part of my collection. I'm super stoked to have it. It's everything I've ever wanted while collecting in comics, and now I can say it's mine. Now, before I actually reveal the comic book, I want to talk about it a little bit. It's a character that's very famous at my generation, but not only that, but in Marvel just general. A lot of people in the comic book industry are searching for this comic book. A lot of people have it, but a lot of people are desired for it. The demand for this book is incredible, and there's a lot of history behind this book. You know, whether it's a first appearance, or if it's a second appearance, or maybe it's the cover appearance. There's a lot of debate about this book. And of course, what I'm talking about is Hulk 181, the first full appearance of Wolverine. Now, Wolverine is, of course, my favorite character of all times. It's such a crazy cool cover. I love it so much. And I have 180 and 182 to go with this book. But I gotta say, as cool as this book is, the story behind how I got it is even better. So let's get talking about that. Okay, so how did I get my Hulk 181? Did I go to a con and get a good deal on it? Did I find it in a collection? Or did I go on eBay or any other online store? No, this one's a way better story. So one day I was actually sitting in my basement. I was working on some film for editing purposes. And my wife comes down one day and is like, hey, got a second? And I was like, yeah, of course. Do you need help with something? She's like, well, I got you something. I was like, okay, cool. A snack maybe or a drink? I don't know. And she comes down and she's like, close your eyes. So I was like, okay, close my eyes. She's like, open them. And I open them. And of course, there she is standing like this with the book, the Hulk 181. And it's a 6.5. Incredible. This book is... It really is flawless. The only thing is it has fading to it. So the fading has made it have a 6.5. But the spine is really nice. The corners are sharp. If it wasn't for the fading, I would say it's an 8.5 to almost a 9. It's a fantastic book. Super happy to have it in my collection. And I gotta say, I mean, I'm lost for words. My wife got me a Hulk 181. How many people can say that? She's definitely a keeper. I'm super stoked to have this book in my collection. And two other things. First of all, for those that are trying to get their Grail, trying to wheel and deal, trying to find that next collection that may push it to the edge to get that book, keep grinding. That's what I gotta say. You'll eventually get the book that you're looking for. You just have to have patience. And for me, a lucky person, have a great wife that supports your collection. So that to me was really, really important. I never gave up. And really... It's just talking about it with people to get them to have a knowledge about the book that you're looking for. So keep grinding. You're going to get your book. Don't give up. I know sometimes it's just like, man, I'm never going to get that great book that I want. Or I'm never going to get that Amazing Fantasy 15 or something like that. Just keep grinding and you will get it. I promise you. But you got to put the effort in. Okay? Luckily for me, for my book, my wife knew about it. And, well, I'm a very lucky guy. Okay? So now the other point I wanted to make is I really don't know what to collect now. I mean, I have comics, it's great, but it's kind of a weird, great, but yet lost feeling because you have the book that you've always wanted to get, but now you're like, well, what do I get now, right? Do I go after a Batman book or a Spider-Man book, or do I just sit back and wait for another one to come to me kind of thing? It's really weird. And I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And yes, of course, I collect X-Men, so I'm focusing on X-Men, but honestly, I really don't know which route to go for me as a collector right now. So it's kind of weird, but it's a happy weird, because I mean I've achieved my goal, right? I have my book, so now I'm sitting back here just kind of thinking and just wondering what's my next step. I'm not sure yet. So until next time, I just want to say thank you for everybody, especially to my wife. She's an amazing person, and keep on collecting.